The S.A.S, known around the world as the first and best special forces. But how did this legendary regiment begin? It was an idea for a small parachute group that could drop behind enemy lines and cause chaos. This idea was dreamt up by the infamous David Stirling. At the time the war in North Africa was going badly for the British forces. The German forces were advancing rapidly and the British were desperately retreating back towards Cairo and the Suez Canal. However, their first mission went disastrously wrong. They ended parachuting in behind enemy lines in the middle of a storm. As a result, 34 men died out of the 55 that jumped out of the planes. As a result, for their mission they changed their tactics and they drove behind enemy lines to set up their temporary base. From there they attacked key airfields. During this time they ended up destroying 24 aircraft and a petrol dump. This meant that the German supply chain was interrupted and, more importantly, their air strength was reduced. This was the birth of a new type of warfare. The S.A.S repeated missions like these throughout the North Africa campaign. Eventually David Stirling was captured in 1943. Not long after this, the S.A.S began to move their operations towards Italy, where they were key to destroy key artillery guns hours before the invasion of Sicily. On top of that, they also parachuted deep into France just after D-Day to help support the French resistance. As a result of their efforts, they were praised as ruthless by Dwight D. Eisenhower for their harassing of the enemy. After the war they were disbanded, but it was not long before they were reformed due to the threats of the Cold War.